Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the European Higher Education Fair 2023 Study in Europe talk show series. I am Genta Sali. I am part of the organizing team, and I'm thrilled to be your moderator today in Auditorium 2. If you're considering pursuing your studies in Central Europe, especially in engineering program, today's talk show is tailor-made for you. We brought together three outstanding universities renowned for their quality and specialization. Of course, there is a Q&A session later. You can type your question in the chat box, and our team will select and address them to the speakers. And do not worry, you can also have a direct consultation with the representative from universities, country representative, and language institutions at the virtual booth today that will be available until 6 p.m. Jakarta time. Okay, during our session, we will explore various aspects of studying engineering at three institutions. Okay, first up, let's meet our esteemed speakers. This is from Minongso ARTEM in French, Miss Tatiana Vanderova. Welcome. And then the second one is the Northern Institute of Technology Management, TUHH, Hamburg University of Technology, Abu Bakar Ejaz. And also, last but not least, the Technische Universität Dresden, located in Germany. And I will invite Miss Julia Paternoster. How are you guys? Welcome.
Thank you.
Hi.
Thanks so much. Hi.
Hi, Julia. And
Yes,
also,
we are good. Thank you.
Yes. How are you today, guys? And good morning to you as well.
Very well, very well. Thank you. It's quite early here, but we are ready and motivated.
Yes, of course, because so many audience now already joining in our YouTube channel, and then they're really curious and looking forward to find the answers about the programs and also the university itself. Okay, without further ado, maybe we can talk a little bit about your university. Yeah, I mean, like, could you discuss a little bit the unique engineering specialization of or researching opportunities that are available at your institutions? Maybe I will address this question first to Tatiana from Minongso ARTEM.
Yes, thank you. With pleasure. Well, to begin with, probably I need to say that Minongso is one of the top grande école in France. And for those of you who probably unfamiliar with the French education system, grande école are prestigious graduate engineering schools that offer unique engineering specialization and exceptional research opportunities to the students. And in our education, we blend a robust scientific foundation with a multidisciplinary approach, ensuring that our students not only excel in their chosen fields, but also they have an opportunity to develop a really comprehensive understanding of the engineering global challenges that we all face today.
All right, that's a very interesting. Okay, and how about Julia from the TU Dresden? Maybe you can also add and explain a little bit about the answer of the questions.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Well, in Germany, we don't have Grande École. we have universities and Hochschulen and stuff like that. And TU Dresden is among the top 5 universities in Germany for engineering and sciences. And we are also an excellence university. So there are 11 excellence universities, which is like a special label for quality and a focus on research in Germany. So we are also one of that. And we basically do offer all kinds of engineering. So whether you're interested in mechanical engineering or electrical engineering or computer science or civil engineering, for example, we do offer programs on all of these on all levels. What we do is we also offer interdisciplinary disciplines and research. So you can also combine certain subjects. For example, we do offer combinations of engineering and economics, which I personally find very interesting, or computer science and engineering, and economics. So computer science and economics, which is also very interesting in today's time. So yeah, maybe we can discuss this a bit later. I don't want to take too much time. So let's.
Okay, yes, that's very also interesting, Yulia, because you elaborate the engineering and also multidisciplinary subject as well. Okay, we want to hear from the NIT, from Abu Ejaz, please. The floor
Yes,
is
please.
yours.
Can you actually hear me? Because something went wrong to my camera, which is strange.
Yeah.
But you can hear me, right? Okay, yes. So,
Yeah,
so
okay.
NIT, Northern Institute of Technology Management, is a private business
Yeah.
school of Technical University of Hamburg. That's quite a unique concept because generally the MBAs are not offered for free in Germany. So therefore it's a private school. So we offer double degree programs in combination with the several different engineering courses at the TUHH. Plus, we thought that it's important for engineers to have management and leadership skills. Therefore, we offer this MBA. So we have several different options. Students can combine an MSc and MBA together. So two separate degrees, MBA plus MSc in mechanical, electrical, whatever engineering. Students may also opt to have just single degree MBA with us. And obviously, we can talk more about it at a later stage. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Ajas. I know there is some kind of a technical issue, but we can still hear you. Sorry for inconvenience for the audience, because maybe Abu Ajas will try to display the video so everyone can see Abu Ajas. All right, and of course, as far as I know, engineering students also often seek the practical experiences during their study. Maybe can you describe the opportunities for the internship, and also maybe your institution has a collaboration with the industry or company, or maybe there is a partnership co-op programs that available also for international students. Okay, I'm going to address this question first to Miss Yulia Paternoster, please.
Thank you. Yeah, sure. Oh God, where to start? There are so many answers to that.
Yes.
So of course, being a university, everybody assumes we are very theoretically in our approach, but in fact, our programs also focus on practical teaching. So there are a lot of lab sessions, for example. I mean, for engineering, lab might not be the appropriate term, but they do something we call internship within, or workshops within the program, all kinds of workshops. And there are internships required to graduate, actually. So we have internship offices for all the engineering departments that we have, and students are encouraged to find a placement like within the city or wherever they want to go for several weeks. Actually, it's compulsory, and we help finding placement, and it's usually not very difficult to find a placement within the chosen area of work. And there are lots of companies in Dresden as well that offer opportunities to do that, like high quality and well-known brands. We have a heavy focus on semiconductors, for example, microelectronics. Dresden is like a hub for that. And we have companies like Infineon or Bosch or Global Foundries. Then TSMC, so the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Corporation, we signed an agreement with them recently. Maybe you've heard about it. So they will also build a big plant here in Dresden. And there are lots of opportunities for students as well to work there as a part-time job, but also to do their internships, for example. But there are many, many other companies. I don't want to name drop too much, but lots of opportunity to work as well and gather practical experience, because of course this is very important also to us, that students got a practical experience.
Okay, wow, that's a very comprehensive explanation. Okay, we're also curious about the minimum song in ARTEM. Maybe Tatiana, you can also help us to answer about the question I delivered. Yes, please.
Well, again, getting back to the concept of engineering graduate school in France, they are known to stand out for the commitment to the practical experience for the students.
Yeah.
And for example, all our engineering programs, they require quite long internships every year. They are compulsory for graduation. From 4 to 9 months internship every year for each student of our program. They are integral part of our actually curriculum, and we have more than 250 industrial partners in France and abroad, which ensures quite a wide spectrum of opportunities for our students for hands-on learning and industry exposure, because our students well, they engage with industry experts from day one of their studies, through mentoring programs, through job shadowing seminars, through learning by challenge approach, which we also apply to our education. So they learn how to tackle like the real world industrial challenges during the academic studies. And we also we are very proud actually with our alumni network. We have 60,000 alumni around the globe, which of course further enriches the practical learning experience and provide guidance to our students, and also of course offers wider potential employment opportunities. So through all these initiatives, we try to equip our students with not only the theoretical knowledge, of course, but also quite important, invaluable, I would say, practical skills and connections in the industry, which is very necessary for their further successful career in engineering.
Okay, wow. So I would say like the more programs that will be provided by the university, the more the partnership or collaboration that you make. So it's going to be things that people, especially for the engineering students, really looking forward to it, and then they can survive in the real world experience, of course, not only in the academia but also in the company or industry or the business that they want to run. Okay, over to Abu Ejaz. We would like to hear about NIT as well. The floor is yours.
Yes, look, well, as I told, NIT is quite unique. So, you know, we initially were offering full industry scholarships to every student who was studying with us. It's not the case at the moment. That's why we have a tuition fee. So we have a lot of industry partners. Still, predominantly, a lot of our students probably will get an industry partnership. Obviously, the internship is part of it as well. So to name few, for instance, Airbus, Lufthansa Technique, and several others. And after graduating, our MBA students, you know, have a great career prospects. You know, companies like McKinsey, Boston Consulting will want to hire them because a combination of engineering plus management and leadership qualification in technology management makes quite bright chances for them to get employed quite quickly at really good companies. So yes, we do have scholarships. We have so many industry partners. Students would be placed to several different companies across Germany to have a short internship. So there are a lot of opportunities for students through NIT.
Okay, thank you so much, Abu Ejaz. All right, speaking of the scholarship, because Abu Ejaz just mentioned about that, we're also wondering because we always receive some kind of questions about the scholarship. Well, what kind of the scholarship option that available at your university, and what advice that can you provide for international students aiming to secure their financial aid, maybe? Okay, I will ask Tatiana. Maybe you can help us to answer that questions, please.
Well, Nancy, being a part of a bigger university, the University of Lorraine in France, also offers the range of scholarship options which are available for any international students to support them financially. One of probably the most prominent one is the EHEF scholarship, which is provided by the French government in collaboration with the leading universities in France. And it's quite a notable option for master's and PhD students. Another option which is available, which is newly available at NIT, is the Erasmus Mundus scholarship program for our new international master's program in green nanomaterials. And this is also available from students from all around the globe. You're very much welcome to apply for this one. And additionally, as I already mentioned, NIT receives quite a big support from our alumni network and our foundation, who provide also the excellence grants for the outstanding international students to reward them for the academic achievements and help them to integrate more easily into the new environment.
Okay, thank you so much, Tatiana. All right, how about NIT averages? Maybe you can also help us to answer that about the scholarship.
Yes, as I touched a little bit earlier, we provide several different scholarships, predominantly mostly industry scholarships. So as you know, we have a lot of partners, and we obviously focus a lot on the quality. So we would want you to send us the best CVs, and then these companies, different companies in Germany would want to interview these students. And some students would get 100% full scholarship, including their personal expenses, accommodation, food, full tuition fee. And obviously the expectation of the company is that the students would work with them after the graduation. So that's one. Some partial scholarships are also possible, half scholarship. So there are several different options. Once you have some students, our students approach us, we are certainly willing to talk more in detail.
All right. So NIT has the full scholarship and also the partial as well. It depends on how
and besides that, we can help students get funding. So we have connections. We are one of the universities where it's allowed for us to request funding, which is a loan, a bank loan from, and obviously students have to repay after they've graduated. So yes, the funding, loans and scholarships are possible through NIT.
Okay, that's great. All right, over to Miss Julia Paternoster. Maybe you can also share with us about the scholarship at TU Dresden.
Sure. What I first wanted to mention is that you have to differentiate between private and public universities. So obviously we are a public university. And we don't charge any fees. There are no tuition fees to study at TU Dresden. So that might also explain the next part of it, as we don't have many general scholarships available. So what we do have is, just like Tatiana also mentioned, some Erasmus Mundus scholarship programs. We do have some other special programs. Some of them are funded by the DAAD, the German Academic Exchange Service, for which Indonesian students are also very welcome to apply in certain programs. We do have a general scholarship, which is called Deutschlandstipendium, so Germany scholarship, which is also awarded to excellent students, so based on merit. So we do have very special programs and this general program. And what I also recommend is talking to the German Academic Exchange Service in Indonesia. They can give very good advice on that. They have a huge database of all the scholarships that are available for everybody in Germany. Like, you can just enter, I'm from Indonesia, I want to study mechanical engineering, and then it will give you a list of all the opportunities that you have, because you can apply to many different foundations as well. This is also open to international students, not just for national students. So that would be my recommendation, to also talk to the DAAD in Indonesia, because they know and they have alumni that can testify about the scholarships and how they finance their studies. Of course, you can take out loans or whatever, but it would be greater if you have like a scholarship instead of taking out a loan to finance your program here.
All right. Okay. So you suggest to ask the consultation from the ADD representative in Indonesia to get more information about the scholarship. Okay. Perfect. Well, as far we know as well, Germany and France are known for their contribution to technology and innovations. So how do your institution integrate these themes into engineering education and research at your campus? Maybe I would like to ask Abu Ejas from NIT, please.
So the question is about how we incorporate research into our studies. Yes, look, we are also part of a public university, as I told you, TUHH, Hamburg University of Technology. So our students would be registered at the public university at the same time as well, which means that the students have access to library, to cafes and everything, of course, at the same time.
Yeah.
And as you know, the standard of education in Germany at the public university is quite high. So yes, there are 3 levels of institutes in Germany. Just technical education at the bottom, then University of Applied Sciences in the middle, and the top tier level is where TU Dresden is, or TUHH is. These are proper research universities. So when students are doing an MBA and MSc, so the students would have to do a thesis, which is mandatory because you must have 180 credits, if I'm not 300 ECT European credits to have an MBA or MSc in Germany. So yes, students would have 2 different theses, one for the MSc in mechanical or electrical or mechatronics, whatever engineering, and then plus for the MBA in technology management. And a lot of the times our students would do these research together with companies. So they would have a supervisor at a company, for example, it could be Volkswagen, whether it's whatever you name it, Lufthansa, and then also a professor. So yes, a lot of this is also research based, because when you're studying at a postgraduate level, you need to implement the knowledge and then the theories you learn into some sort of practical element of your studies. So therefore, the research is a mandatory part. Thesis, students got to do that.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Abu Ejas. Well, I would say that university also prepare some kind of the programs that related with the current issues, and also the facilities that students can also try or give doing the practical that related to their subject. Okay, and I want to hear also from Minoshi, from Tatiana. How about your institutions?
Yes, we do focus very strongly on the scientific and research foundation during in our education. MINONC is affiliated with the 7 major international laboratories in different fields, from material science to economics. And all our students have a full access to the equipment and to the facilities of the laboratories. And part of the educational process is obviously also carried out in the labs during the practical experiments, and students work on their own research projects upon the mentoring of the international researchers both from MINONC and from our partner institutions as well. Beside the research focus, we also promote the project-based learning. I would say that it's in the core of our educational approach. We have a strong emphasis on the project-based learning, so that our students are immersed in a real-world engineering challenges, and they can apply the theoretical and scientific knowledge to the practical problems. which also very important to foster problem-solving skills, critical thinking, the skills that are really, really demanded now by the labor market, the global one. And we also focus and give a strong emphasis to the entrepreneurial support to our students. The students who are interested in, let's say, turning their innovative ideas into startups. NIT provides strong support. This includes access to the business incubators, mentorship programs, networking opportunities, a lot of them. And all this to create the ecosystem that supports both innovation and research for our students.
Okay, that's very interesting. Project-based learning, and also the Minongshi is support for those who want to have an interest with the startup industry, or just want to run the entrepreneurship and related with the technology. Okay, and how about TU Dresden, Miss Julia, please?
It was very interesting to hear all these answers, and I could say, like, we just already gave a very good overview of how it works in Germany at the big universities. So yeah, it's similar to our university. So even for the bachelor programs, at the end, at least in engineering, you are expected to write a research thesis, which is grounded in practical research. So you're doing some kind of bachelor project connected to practical research, usually in combination with a company, sometimes also done within labs at the university. So I won't go into too much detail. It's similar to what Hamburg does, but so the TU Hamburg. And what I wanted to mention is that we have a very unique research network in Germany. It's called in Dresden. It's called Dresden Concept. Funny, our name. And it has 36 partners at the moment, and there are universities in there. So TU Dresden is a partner of this network, but also research organizations that are not part of the university, like Fraunhofer Institution, Max Planck institutions. We have a lot of them in Dresden. So those are external research organizations doing applied research, but also doing theoretical research. And we all work together in this network. So we are sharing resources, staff, knowledge, and our students can also work at these institutes. So they can also do their thesis work, their research for the thesis at these institutes. So that offers much more opportunities than what we could just offer as a university. And the other thing that I wanted to mention is actually a bit in the direction that Tatiana talked about. So entrepreneurship, innovation, startups. We are also trying to create an environment that facilitates this entrepreneur spirit. So there are lots of workshops and networking opportunities, and we just try to facilitate the opportunities to create your own startup or come up with your own idea, and support you with knowledge and also with staff to get your idea going, and maybe create the next big company and problem-solving facility here in Dresden.
All right, thank you so much, Julia. Well, the next question is this of course like things that people really curious about the language, because a part of that you can speak for English as the main requirement for studying in Europe or internationally. Of course, we want to know, like, as Indonesian students, do we require to have like some kind of the language proficiency level, especially for French and also Deutsch or German language? So how do your university support for the non-native English speakers in terms of the language preparation and adapting to the German or French environment? Well, I would say like society and then also the academic environment. Maybe I would like to ask to Tatiana Minongshi, please.
Yes, we provide the language support to all our international students who need. who need this. We have in-home comprehensive foreign languages department at the school, which is dedicated to assisting students in enhancing both their English proficiency if it's necessary, or other languages, because it's not only English, it's French, Spanish, German, Russian, and some other languages. It's tailored for the students with the different levels of proficiency of the languages. And also, probably it's important to mention that all our engineering programs incorporate intensive English language training within the curriculum. Well, because I mean, we believe that the importance of English language is really high in the global engineering landscape, and to help in adapting to the French culture, to the French environment. We also the language department at MINANCY also offers French as the second language courses, which helps to helps to smoother integration into the local culture and community. We offer French summer schools for our students. And so our students who needs this, increasing their language skills, they definitely receive the proper support.
Okay, thank you so much. I assume that there must be a language center that your university provide, right? Okay, and how about in TU Dresden, Julia? Maybe you can elaborate that.
Sure. We also do have a language center, of course, where you can learn all kinds of languages, just like in MINANCY. I think they offer 14 different languages that you can learn or improve on. But of course, the main question is, arriving here, how much German do you need to study? And the good news is we do have 25 English taught master's programs. So for those, you don't need any German. But of course, it would be good to just get some basic knowledge, maybe to get around, and also integrate yourself with the society, and maybe order something to eat at a restaurant or something like that. So we do offer, of course, we do offer German classes to everybody interested, and we also encourage students to learn German to get around better. For the graduate programs and undergraduate programs that are taught in German, you need a certain level of German in order to get enrolled. And we do offer free prep courses to get students up to the needed level. But still, you would need a good intermediate level to get into this course. So for the undergraduate programs, you need German, and you need to come prepared with an intermediate level to enter the prep courses to get you up to C1. So C1 is the level that you need in order to get enrolled in the German taught programs. For the English taught programs, there's no German necessary, but of course you need an adequate level of English, which usually is also between B2 and C1, depending on the program. But apart from that, there's lots of opportunity also to learn other languages, like if you want to learn Chinese, for example, or Japanese, or Russian, or French. We also do offer a lot of French courses. You're very welcome to do this, and for free at our university.
Yes, of course. So they can choose whatever language that they want or they need, maybe for the future career aspiration. All right. And how about in NIT, Abu Ejaz? Maybe you also can add about the language.
Yes, indeed. Like all other public universities, we also have a language center. Students may study different languages, including German. German is part of students' curriculum as well. The admissions requirement, however, for all of our English taught programs, the language requirement is 6.5 IELTS. So students must have, apart from our MBA, we have about 10 English taught MSc programs and 1 English taught MSc engineering as well, undergraduate degree. So 6.5 IELTS, and we expect students to have at least 80% score, so CGPA, so it should be 80% and above.
Okay, wow. So, talking about the language, of course, as the international students or Indonesian, we also want to know about on how we can, yeah, integrate with the society, and also how we can also survive in the society as well, you know, because apart from the study, we also need to mingle and get to know about the culture, about the language, especially in French and also in Germany. So we are talking about the regarding about the cost of living. Maybe you can help to give the information about the insight, well, the average living expenses in the cities where your university are located, and maybe a little bit of tips for international students, particularly Indonesian students, to manage their finance while studying in Germany and French. Maybe I would like to ask Abu Ejas, you can answer this question.
Yes, of course. Look, I myself was international student in Malaysia, in the United
Okay.
States, in UK. I've lived about 17 years in the Netherlands. I am a Dutch myself, born in Pakistan, and I've recently moved to Germany for this current role I'm doing. Germany is my wife, by the way, also is graduate from one of the top universities in the University of Göttingen in Germany as well. So I all the time when I was in the Netherlands, I always thought Netherlands has more opportunities for international students.
Yeah.
Obviously, it does have, but until the moment I moved to Germany, Germany is the strongest economy. It's much bigger in comparison to the Netherlands, and
Yeah.
Germany is a country which needs qualified, whether they're engineers, whether they're doctors, or, you know, all kinds of talent. So Germany welcomes students from across the globe. There are enormous amount of opportunities for international students. The society is tolerant. It's the safest country in the world.
Yeah.
And I will be very honest. I think this is quite important because I know as an international student how it feels to be. And so, for instance, if we buy a shampoo or you know, whether it's a soap, whether it's any, the prices are so good in Germany that students can afford. My wife still goes to Germany. She lives in the Netherlands, drive to the border and buys the groceries there, you know, shampoos, with all the things, creams, even Pampers for my daughter, half a price. So
Okay.
yes, so the quality of life is really, really, really good. I want to give you an example of a student. This student, a brilliant student studying chemical engineering at TUHH and wanted a full scholarship for our MBA program,
Yeah.
and he sent his budget. So he does a part-time job. As you know, students are allowed to do 20 hours job per week. So he earns 1,000 euros. And trust me, I was so amazed that he's paying his rent, he's paying his tuition fee, he's paying everything, and he's sending 250 euros to his father back home in Asia still.
Okay.
And he really, so yes, of course, it's truly possible to live. We offer on-campus accommodation is 400 euros, including everything, water, gas, electricity, everything, on-campus housing. It's not possible in the Netherlands, I know. Even with 800 euros, you will struggle. But Germany really has a quality of life, you know, in comparison to several other countries. Students will have a great life. When I walk around Hamburg, I see like there are more internationals than there are Germans. So Germany
Yeah.
is the destination for international students, especially if you're at a public university. There is no tuition fee, an enormous, a very important element, really important element for a lot of students coming from Asia and other non-EU countries. After your graduations, every student like myself, we want to stay here, contribute to the economy, have a job. Germany is the best country for that because Germany needs qualified people. and then the job prospects really grows bigger the moment you graduate from a good university in Germany, and that too for a technical courses like TU Dresden or TUHH. Thank you.
Okay. All right. What a good practical tips of wages. As long as you can manage your study time and also your part-time work for just only a new additional things for you to live in Germany. Okay. How about in ARTEM in Minongsi, Tatiana? Maybe you can give us suggestions personally. Yeah.
Sure. Well, first of all, I would like to say that one of the big advantages of Nancy, the city of Nancy, where Nancy is located, is that on the one hand, it's a very vibrant student city, which is located in a very crossroads of Europe. I mean, we are 1.5 hours to Paris by train, 1.5 hours to Germany, to Belgium. It's super convenient for traveling. But with all that, it's not that expensive as, for example, Paris or like other biggest cities of France. It's much more affordable than Paris. And if say the average cost of living per month, well, of course, depends on each person demands, personal demands. But I would say it's from 700 to 1,000 euros approximately. If we speak about the housing, the students have quite many affordable housing options, because in France, and it's not only here in Nancy, but in France, there is a special organization. It's a public organization which is called TUHH, which is in charge of providing multiple options for university residences, as well as shared apartments, actually, to the students. And the price average for this kind of accommodation start from 150 euros for like simple room in a residency, and up to, let's say, 450 for a nice personal studio. If the students would like to rent somewhere something on their own without considering the student organization, the prices for renting in Nancy is also quite affordable. I would say that it varies also from 500 to 600-700 euro for a very nice location, for a very nice studio with a good location in the city. And here there is one probably useful tip for the students, is that in France, students can apply for the housing aid from the national agency, which is called, well, it's in French, so I would not probably spell it. So it's a special agency which provides the aid for the housing. It reimburses a part of the fees. And this actually can significantly reduce the total monthly rent amount. Also, what is probably very important to mention is that students can, as already was mentioned by the colleagues, students can work part-time work. It's a limited amount of hours per year. I would say it's around 1,000 hours per year. Students can consider part-time jobs a part of their studies. It can be related to the internship or to the field or not. It depends on the opportunities that the students are looking for. Also, the health insurance in France is free for everyone. The international students, the same as the local students, they profit from the same conditions, the health insurance conditions. The only important tip is that to start the administrative procedure to apply for the health insurance, I would suggest 1 month before arrival, because sometimes it takes some time to complete and to finalize all the administrative procedures for that. As of other living costs like food and groceries, well, at the university restaurants, which are located throughout the city, the prices are reduced for the students, and also actually for any staff of the university. So the students can also have their meals, which would be significantly cheaper. And on the other hand, well, France is a country of gastronomy, so I would advise to explore the local markets. It's super nice because I was an international student myself here in France.
Okay.
And for me, it was such an adventure always just to go to the local market and to buy local, very nice products. And finally, I would say it was better quality for sure and quite affordable.
Okay.
Just probably to be a little bit more organized with your own, planning, budget planning.
Yeah,
And
correct.
well, and of course there are student discounts for public transport,
Yes.
for entertainment like museums, cinemas. All of them provide low cost options. And maybe one more last tip
Okay.
is I would advise to consider maybe apart to the public transport, to consider biking as a cost-effective and also healthy way of of commuting in the city, because Nancy in general is quite bike-friendly city, and a lot of our students and a lot of our professors prefer bikes to cars and to public transport.
Okay, wow, thank you so much, Tatiana. All right, last but not least, I will also want to hear from Julia. How about in the TU Dresden?
Yeah, I don't have much to add to what Bude just already told you about Hamburg and what the living experience in Germany is like and how much everything costs. It's basically the same here, apart from rent maybe. So renting a flat or living in student dorms is probably a bit cheaper here in Dresden than it is in Hamburg. Like you could get a room in a student dorm from 200 euros upwards, probably, which is quite cheap. So that includes everything like internet, warm water, and heating and stuff like that. But of course, there is no limit. You can also spend hundreds of euros on your rent, of course, thousands even if you want to. We usually tell students you need about 800 euros to live here. So for all your expenses. But what I wanted to mention is that if you need a visa to study in Germany, which probably most of our listeners would need, Germany has certain regulations how much money you have to prove you have before getting a visa. So you need to prove that you have a certain amount of money before you actually come to Germany, which is a bit higher than 800 euros a month. I think it's about 930 euros per month currently that you have to show proof of before you actually come to Germany. So because the German state wants you to, not live on the streets while you're here. But apart from that, everything else also Tatiana mentioned is also true for Germany. Lots of concessions with your student ID card for theaters, for museums, whatever. In Dresden, you also get a ticket for public transport with your student ID. So the semester payment that you do at our university includes a ticket for public transport, so you can use all the trams, buses, trains in Dresden. You can also use all the trains, the regional trains in Saxony, so in the federal state. And you can also use rental bikes. So you probably also have this in Indonesia and the bigger cities, these rental bikes that are everywhere in the city. And we also do have this, and students can use them for a certain amount of time per day for free. It's also included. I highly recommend biking as well, just like Tatiana did. It's really nice, also for the environment, obviously. But that's quite a good idea to do this. And of course, you can also upgrade as a student to the Deutschland ticket, the Germany ticket, which is a ticket where you can use all the regional trains in Germany with just this one ticket, and you don't need to buy any other tickets anymore. So yeah, I'll stop now.
All right. Thank you so much, Julia, for the comprehensive explanation. Well, unfortunately, as we approach the end of our session, so I think we are going to wrap it up this talk show. What a very interesting and also fruitful. Of course, thank you so much for Julia and also Tatiana and also Abu Ejas for sharing this valuable information. I believe the audience will really have an interest to ask the question more, but maybe they are going to visit your virtual booth today. Okay, on behalf of the organizing team, I would like to thank our speakers once again. And remember, your journey to higher education is just beginning, so you can visit more than 80 virtual booths and get the opportunities to meet in person with the university at the EHEF in Jakarta, Bandung, and Surabaya. And also more information, you can visit virtual.ehef.id and stay tuned for more session at the European Higher Education Study in Europe virtual talk show, and we'll be right back. Okay, goodbye. Thank you so much, Julian.
Thank you very much. Have
Have
a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
you too. Have a good
See you in
day.
Indonesia.
Yeah, sure. Bye.
Bye.